Hey guys, this is Mauro. So when you come to the net, you find yourself many times missing the easy volleys. A lot of the times you miss your shots go or your volleys go like straight pointing down towards the net. That's a very common mistake. Many times we're trying to adjust the volley and we end up either going way too open and long. But I will say that most of the times the most common mistake that I find on the volley is swinging too much, slapping too much, trying to do too much, even when they don't. Sometimes players don't have a lot of time to volley. The volley is coming fast, and then trying to do a long swing, so they end up hitting a lot of times on the net, and many times it's just bringing the racket too far back, trying to make it short, but trying to put a little bit of power in that, bringing that racket back and forth, so that racket goes too far back, and by the time you make contact, you're already out of it's already out of control. Your swing's already out of control. So one quick tip that I wanted to give you is when you volley, when we move towards the ball, first you want to feel that you're not really gonna do much with the wrist, and you're not really gonna do much with the elbow either. You want to try to keep it more steady, and as you're moving towards the ball, you're trying to move more, working with your legs and keeping. Imagine that you have a cast in your arm, so your arm is not going to do any of this or any of this. So you're moving more, getting ready there, and moving more towards the ball, and it's like putting the racket off a table, on top of a table, and just sliding it off. You're like sliding that racket off the table, going straight through the ball. Now, sometimes a lot of players start pretty good here, but then they end up doing this, or on the backhand as well. They're ready, moving towards the ball without swinging too much, but then they end up doing what looks more like, say, kind of bowling, instead of going more across your body and going really short, compact swing. They end up doing this or this. Something that can help you, if you pay one tip that can help you control those shots that go down to the net is, I'm gonna focus in the tip of my racket. So when I'm moving towards that ball, what I want is, I want to move towards the ball, I'm gonna volley, and I'm gonna carry the ball, and I'm not gonna let the head of my racket or the tip move too far to the front. For example, finishing like this. That's what happens. See the tip of the racket in the front or in the backhand. Instead of that, you try to keep the tip of your racket pointing more to your side, moving, and finish it there. Don't let it go too long here. Don't let it go like that, kind of pointing down when you're slapping. Same on the backhand. You move and you swing it, and if you notice, the tip of your racket's still gonna finish. It can finish a little bit in front of you if you're slicing the ball, but you don't want to let it go too much, because that's when either you're using too much the wrist like that, or you're slapping and letting that racket come like this. So next time that you're bowling, if you want to focus on making that swing a little more compact, keeping the control of the ball, keeping the racket, the face of the racket going through the ball more like caressing in this direction, like this, is just pay attention to your tip of your racket, and you want to finish more kind of pointing to the side. That's going to stop you from bringing that racket too far in the front or downwards. Okay, all right guys, I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions, any suggestions. Remember, go out there, stay centered, be bold, and be perseverant. Thank you.